2026 is almost here, and it's your time to step into clarity, joy, power, and magic. Tonight we'll explore tarot reading for each zodiac sign, highlight unusual questions you might have not thought about. Maybe you thought about love and career, but what about fears, hidden opportunities, moments of growth? So stop, observe, and decide how you want to shine in 2026. Welcome for the beautiful zodiac sign of Aries. Let's see what will make 2026 your year of magic, power, clarity, and joy. I will first draw 3 cards for you. Okay, this one obviously wanted to get out, and I will take this one. The last card is the Lovers. So, the topic of love will be also pretty much influential. Let's see now. There is someone in your close environment that is all nice and kind. Maybe a friend, maybe a relative, someone close. But each time they come near you, you feel, in a way, uncomfortable. And you should trust those feelings, my dear Aries. Because, as I can see, this person does not respect you. They look at you from above, like they're more than you, like you're something less than they are. That's the way they look at you, and that's the way they treat you. And as we say, each time there is something happening, even if that something is negative, it has also a positive influence. So what would be the positive influence in this situation? You will be pushed out of your comfort zone. You see, this person comes to you as someone that you know, someone that is always ready for you, and in general, someone that is on the surface nice to you. So you will always opt for this person. But those feelings that are true and that you know, now you know that they are true, that they don't respect you, will push you into communication with more people, with different people, with different energies, and that will take you to a party. So you will have more fun. You will finally feel that joint love, joint energy, the nice energy, the beautiful energy. And another nice thing from this situation, from these events where you meet other people and feel other energies, is a profitable idea. Generally, anything connected with your health, maybe maybe with the material stuff that you have or that you will potentially have. So open your eyes, open your ears. Once you start getting out of your comfort zone, you're meeting new people and you are getting new ideas, and money is coming in 2026. I almost said 25. Yeah, we're getting so much used to the comfort zone. So let's see one card. It says giving birth. I'm bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. Exactly what we were talking about. We talked about leaving the comfort zone, and that will bring a lot of good energy and good things into your life. So 2026, expect money. Money, my dear Aries. Now let's see from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. I will draw another card to see a little bit of clarification on this pushing out of the comfort zone. And here we have instinct. You see? The wolf. Now, exactly what I told you about this first card. You listen to your instinct. You know what person I'm talking about. You know the one that is making you feel always welcome. You can always call them, always be with them. Actually, they act like that on the surface, but deep down you know that they feel like more than you. They do things like they're better than you. So that disrespect is hidden but is there. Moving away from that comfort zone, I don't say that you should stop communication. We need people in our lives. So if it doesn't get too much, and I don't see that in your reading, just for this treatment, like I'm better than you are, do not cut people off. You need that. You see, if you didn't have this person and this disrespect and this feeling of them not respecting you, you wouldn't have been pushed out of your comfort zone. So we need those people. We need all, the good, the bad, everything. All right, we checked that. Now, let's move to something else. Something else that is important for 2026 for my dear Aries, so that they have love, career, power, everything they need. I will again open 3 cards for you. Oops, 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 oops. 1, 2, and 3. You will start learning things. you will probably educate yourself in a formal way, or maybe you will find some free or paid seminars or webinars online. Maybe you will learn something about probably AI that is very popular nowadays. So you will learn new things, and you might find it difficult. You will watch other people develop, other people learn new things, other people achieving good results, making money, and you will become aware that you should start doing that as well, dear Aries. And unfortunately, that will look like a hard work for you. You will have a feeling that that is something difficult, and you might even get angry with some people. Maybe they push you into this. So you will think that you could exist regardless of what is going on, and maybe that is the truth as well. You don't have to follow each and every new thing in order to be useful for the society, to give services. If you find it too difficult, here we have 10 of Wands. Just please follow your own rhythm, your own pace, the way you feel it should be. You don't have to be like anyone else. So let's see, what can we learn about your inner fears? I see this as your inner fear, this development that is imposed by the society that you might not like. Here we have making a difference. My inner light shines bright, far and wide. And that's exactly what we found out. You should not live in fear, because that fear will put a dark layer on your bright light, and you don't need that. You can make a difference just the way you are, without putting too much pressure on yourself, without having difficulties. You can actually learn not the thing that you're afraid of, that makes you uncomfortable. You can turn to whatever brings you light and whatever makes you shine, dear Aries. And let's see the Wisdom Oracle card. Oops. Release. Release. Exactly. You see that gray color? You see? there is some hidden fear, something inside you that you should release so that your inner light shines upon everything around you. I can see obviously here that there is something. You should sit down and face it. Because you know what happens when you face it? The moment you do, first, it will go away. It's done. Once you face the fear, fear goes away. It's always like that. Whatever you run away from, it's running after you, not against you. It's running after you. But once you face it, you will make it run away from you. So that's why face it in order to release that hidden fear and shine bright, my dear Aries. All right, let's pick up this and go for something else. Most of the people, or at least big majority of them, think about money, about wealth. So let's check with the tarot for 2026. For my dear Aries, how can you attract abundance? Yeah, let's ask the cards to tell us how can you attract that beautiful abundance. Okay, I will pick up 3 cards as well. And this one. Good. You know what I see with you, dear Aries? I see that you have good and stable financial structure in your life, but in spite of that all, you are holding on to it like for your dear life. And I don't know how many times it has been said at all, not just by me, also by other people. When you hold on to something so tightly, you tell the universe that there is not enough. I mean, I understand. Believe me, I've been there. Even now, sometimes I get the feeling when you think that there is not enough to cover all your necessities and everything you need. But there is, believe me. Because, as I have told you already so many times, it's not only the things that you see around you. There are unseen things, pure potentiality, everything ready for you just to relax. You know how easy things go when you relax? I'm sure you have tried it. I'm sure you have felt it by now. You just relax, and then you start meeting people, and then information start coming to you. Or you see a book, or you see an advert, or you do something that will take you to something else on the right way for you to get money. And I see King of Pentacles. That might be you, a mature man, a wise man, entrepreneur, or someone who knows how to deal with material things in general. Doesn't necessarily have to be money. We always think of money. It's not necessary money. They know how to produce, how to bring things, how to manifest things. So if it's not a person, then it's that wise energy that will bring you to abundance. It's there, it's around you, it's waiting to help you. Just relax, open your heart, open your eyes, and once you got the idea, or once something comes your way, do not refuse. Accept it and see where it takes you. And I will tell you where it will take you. You see this? The Empress. This card, my darlings, is exactly that. This card is abundance. This card is nature, beauty, everything around you. Everything you need is provided. If you're a woman and if you wish, this might even sign pregnancy. So you see your situation. This is a general reading. You will know better. Let's see another card from the Gateway Oracle cards about your abundance, dear Aries. What will it say? Embarking on an adventure. So, I think of two possibilities. You will either relax, you will use the opportunities coming your way, and you will make the money that will obviously take you to an adventure, to some travel, somewhere around the world. You will see the wonders of the world. You will enjoy it. You will enjoy it so much. And the other option is you will relax, and everything that happens afterwards, so all those ways of manifesting things, of making money, of making abundance, will feel like a beautiful adventure for you. And isn't that magnificent? Let's see the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. What they will tell us about your abundance in 2026, dear Aries. And here we have self-worth. So you see, my dear Aries, once you relax, once things start coming your way, your solar plexus chakra will get so strong. You will feel so powerful, so self-confident, that you will receive so much from the universe, and immediately the way you look at yourself, your self-image will rise very high. You will finally realize how valuable you are, that your self-worth is very high. So this reading about your abundance in 2026 is magnificent. Dear Aries, you will meet people, you will get out of your comfort zone, you will realize your self-worth. This is beautiful. I'm very happy for you. You are Aries, of course, and I believe that you would love to have personal freedom. So let's ask the tarot, what action in your life would actually give you that personal freedom that you would like to have, that you wish for? Because you're bold, courageous, doing things. Oops, I will keep this too. So I need just another one. Then let's decide, how will you get that personal freedom? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, now we have 3 cards. First of all, I would expect early on in the year to get this abundance, manifestation, all the material things that you've been searching for. Why? Because here we have 8 of Wands. So when 8 of Wands is here, things are going pretty fast. Personal freedom through abundance, and that will happen very fast, my dear Aries. You will be amazed how things will develop. And you know what happens next? I see here a lover. Knight of Cups. Regardless of the classical meaning, this could be also a female with the same qualities. In general, this is a loving person with good emotions, with everything open to give to you, to take care of you, to love you, to hold you, to make your life better in so many ways. And given all this in connections, I can see that your personal freedom will bring you many interesting things in your life, dear Aries. And it's nice that this personal freedom will show you also more love. That you will not feel this love will not be connected with jealousy or possessiveness or anything. You will still feel free. Isn't that nice? Now, you see, you're coming into your power. It says, I step into my power boldly and confidently. Of course, once you bring your energy back, once you have all your power, didn't I say before that your solar plexus will get quite stronger, your self-worth will get higher. You are coming into power, and your power will grant you your personal freedom. Isn't that great? To feel, oops, this jumped. You won't believe. Destiny and rejection. So we have an interesting story about your power and personal freedom. First of all, it's your destiny to get to this position of power. There is something going on that is not so much pleasant, or actually it will happen in 2026. It won't be pleasant. You will have a rejection by someone. Something that you wanted or something that you will want will not happen. You will be rejected. Do you remember the person I mentioned? The one that is sort of above you, that does not respect you? This could be connected. You will be rejected and you will feel unpleasant. I mean, who likes to be rejected when they want something and they don't get it? But believe me, there is a reason for this rejection. It's your path, it's the path of your soul. So do not despair when it happens. You actually laugh. If you hear this reading, this is why you should know. Because you should relax. You should just say, aha, that is the rejection. That is not pleasant to me, but is necessary for me to get to my power. And by getting to my power, I have more personal freedom in my life. And the lover. And before I close the reading, let me ask one more question. Can I? Do you allow me to ask one more question? Let's make it more general. Like, what lesson in 2026 you should embrace, dear Aries? So there will be a lesson, there will be something that you should learn, something that is important for you in 2026. And let's see what's the lesson. Okay, 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Dear Aries, 2026, there will be moments that you will find difficult, when you will be burdened either by responsibilities or by situations that you don't like, or by something that is not pleasant to you. Maybe something that you don't want in your life, but the way you acted, the way you think, the way you feel, the energies you spread around you will draw it into your life. And that is not by chance. There is something you should learn. Something unknown situation, a situation that will transform you, will be present. I can't tell you right now what it is, but important thing is for you to stay calm, to open your eyes and to learn the lesson in order not to repeat it. So something difficult will be there, something unknown and something that will transform you. You should take the attitude of this Queen of Wands. First of all, you are very clever, you're intelligent, you're capable, and you are a social being. That means that all the support you will need in this situation in 2026 is there. You should just stay open, do not close, do not stay into your comfort zone. Go out, communicate with people, you know how to do it, and you will find a solution. Now let me ask the Gateway Oracle cards what they will say about your lesson in 2026, and maybe put a little bit more light on it. Listening to your heart, I trust the messages I receive from my heart. Well, maybe that's the point there. Maybe 2026 wants from you to connect deeply to your intuition, to listen to your heart. Maybe if you can, to meditate. Maybe if you are an active type that doesn't want to stay in one place and just think of nothing and just relax, maybe you can do walking meditation. Maybe you can do guided meditation when someone is giving you instructions, so that you can hear the message coming directly from your heart, from your soul, so that you can use your own intuition in order to deal with situation in your life. Because you already know, because your heart and your soul, they already know what you should learn and you should do. But 2026 is telling me that you should exactly connect to your heart. So sometimes you can close your eyes, breathe deeply, and put your focus and attention to the area of your heart. Try to listen, and whatever comes to you, that's the message. Some people discard it. They think, oh, I'm just making it up. No. It always feels like making up. But why did you make up exactly that thing? You could have made up million things. Billions of things. But there was that one thought. So trust yourself. Trust your intuition. And you know what comes after that? Renewal. So once you get on the other side of this, Once you learn how to communicate to your own soul, to your own heart, dear Aries, renewal comes your way. And if you remember, you will have more freedom. You will get out of your comfort zone, meet new people, meet a new love of your life. You will completely renew yourself. And with this, I close the reading for my beautiful zodiac sign of Aries for 2026. I'm sending you love and light, my darlings. And hello and welcome for the beautiful zodiac sign of Leo. How are you, my Leos? 2026 is approaching. Let's see what will make your year shine. So let's begin with one of your most beautiful traits. It's your bold action. So what can inspire you to take bold action in 2026? I will draw 3 cards. And this is what is going on in 2026. Dear Leo. First, we got the Magician. And that is telling me loud and clear that you, your qualities, yourself are the biggest inspiration there is on earth for everything and anything, and especially for bold action. You're always ready. You were born ready, my dear Leo. You can do anything you put your mind to. And sure enough, that brings you a lot of work. Here we have 9 of Wands. Sometimes you ask yourself, why did I have to be so much open towards this idea or towards this bold action? And shall I tell you why? I will tell you why. Because look at this. Look at this. 9 of Cups. We have here the card of the wish fulfilled, the card of the pleasure. You get great pleasure in the bold action. And that, of course, is connected to a lot of work, but you don't mind, my dear Leo, because that is bringing you pleasure. Let's ask the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards what they have to say about your inspiration for bold action. And here we have rejection. Well, if I can think of anyone that will be inspired by people not thinking they can do it, that would be you, my dear Leo. Especially when they tell you, I don't think you're capable of doing it. I don't think you can do it. The brave Leo comes up here and says, watch me doing it. Watch me doing it. So this doesn't mean that all the doors will be always open to you. But then again, not all doors are for you. And sometimes it is even good when the door is not opened. And maybe that's in order to protect you from some energies. Because as we know you, you will take bold action no matter freaking what. Let's see. Sharing of yourself. I'm an incredibly generous being. And that is true. I can confirm most of the Leos that I know, if not all of them, are incredibly generous people. They give and give to the known and to the unknown people. And of course, that is a kind of their inspiration. And if anything could inspire a Leo, it would be their generosity. It would be the need of other people, the need for help. So if I can wrap up for the question, what will inspire my Leos to take bold action? It is the people in need, the people in need of help. The Leos are here to help, to heal the world, to help everyone who needs a friendly hand and friendly love. Thank you for being like that, dear Leos. It's a beautiful sign, Leo. It's a really beautiful sign. At times, though, people do not recognize everything you do for them. And you might feel that everything you do is not recognized, you don't get the recognition. And at times you are pushed to do it by force because you're so full of energy. You want people to give you that recognition. So let's see how can you still attract that recognition without forcing it. So just by yourself, how can you attract recognition without forcing it, just because it's due? Let's begin. Dear Leo, you have it all in 2026. I chose the Magician again. Can you believe it? You have the Magician. That is telling me that all the inspiration, all the potential energy, every tool, everything that you need, all the skills are in your pocket, dear Leo. So you don't need to force people to recognize it. People see it. How do I know? Look at this. The sun. You are shining like a sun. Could anyone not notice the sun? No, dear Leo. You don't need to force people to give you recognition. People recognize when you are shining like the sun. Because honestly, do you see the sun asking the sky, the stars, the moon to give it recognition? No, it's not necessary. So please stay calm. Let people recognize your contribution by themselves. And first of all, see, you have your family, you have 10 of Pentacles, so you live in harmony with your family, with your abundance everywhere around you. Of course, you're a Leo, you fight, you're full of energy, and you are also abundant. First thing that you will notice, and the first people you can practice with changing, if you're doing, not every Leo is doing that, but if you're doing it, you can practice with your family. You can do something nice for them and do not expect recognition. The moment you do not expect it, it will come all over the place to you. Trust me when I tell you. Things that we don't expect are simply happening. Take, for example, the breathing. Do we expect to have air or something? No, we're not thinking about it. And it's here. And it's given. So please just relax. Recognition is coming. Recognition is there because you shine like sun. You see? Expansion. You grow. Nobody can take that away from you. People recognize when there is growth. People recognize when things change. But it's only usual for people to notice, we are built like this, to notice negative changes. For the positive, we are all happy. We all love them, we all enjoy them, so why should we give recognition? No, you don't need to force it. And you know what? The recognition will come from the right people. The recognition will come in your family. And here, I have savoring pleasure. I fully embrace bliss in my life. So enjoy your bliss. Enjoy the pleasure you have in your life. And only natural. It's only natural that the closest people to you, the good people, the good humans will always appreciate what you do for them, and you will receive recognition from such people. And at the end of the day, it is only worth when you get the recognition from someone that is as hardworking and as good as you are, and appreciate that. So the recognition will arrive from the closest and from real people. And sometimes you wish you didn't care as much, right? We'll sometimes wish that something we could change about ourselves. So let's ask the cards which pattern of the past is ready to be released by you, dear Leo. What can you release? What can you leave without and live without it better in 2026? Let's see what you should give up. I will choose 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. You see, dear Leo, here we have 3 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and 8 of Swords. Sometimes you, by naturally being a giving person, open person, encounter people that want to use it, that want to use you, that want to use your beautiful energy, your giving nature. And you end up being a victim, of course. I mean, it's not just a mental thing, it's literally what is going on. They see that you give and give and give, and they use you. They use your energy. And especially in the last year, you have noticed things going on behind your back, and you didn't like it. But let me remind you, the more you think about it, the more you have it in your life. You have a beautiful focus. When you want to do something, you focus on it, but unfortunately, sometimes because it is around you, because it is in your physical space, you also focus on the negative things. And these negative things are going on, are around you all the time. So, of course, it is difficult. It is difficult to change the pattern and to release it and to focus on something else. It's only human. It happens to me also. I find myself in those difficult situations saying to myself, what can I think about? What else can I think? Where should I focus myself? Because in those difficult situations, it is really difficult to think about positive and nice things when everything around you is so unpleasant, so negative. But let me tell you, that was a stage in your life, and that will be finished in 2026. So please be aware of this, and please try intentionally, not try but do it intentionally. Each time something negative comes your way, to have a ready thought of something that you enjoy, of something that you like. And of course your mind will circle around it. Why did they say this to me? How could they do this to me? No, you say to your mind, no, not that. Think about this. Think about something else. And after a few times, after forcing yourself to think about other things, after a while, you will start gaining that positive momentum and positive energy. And where will that lead you? To the nice people, to having a good time, to having parties. Isn't that magnificent? So we have our answer. The answer is you should release hanging on to negative feelings after people being bad to you, after they being evil and do evil things to you. Here we have flying free. I unfurl my wings and fly. Exactly, my Leo. Once this happens, you remind yourself that you are free to think or do whatever you want to. Just spread your wings and fly. So change your mind. I know it is difficult, but it is doable. Whenever they do something that you don't like, you show them that you are the master. You can do that. You know how to command. You know how to command your Leo. And again, confusion. I had it in the previous reading. Confusion. Of course, some of people's behaviors make you confused, and it is easy to wrap your mind around their thoughts, their intentions, what they wanted to do, why they did it. Don't waste time with that. God knows. I mean, even those people most probably don't know why they're doing those things. Because many of the things people do, they're doing because of subconscious forces. Because of the world being a mirror, showing them what they need to learn, their lessons. So it's their lessons. Don't bother with them. Get rid of this confusion. And as I told you, focus on something that makes you feel good. Focus on what makes you feel good. So, which past pattern is ready to be released? Hanging on to negative feeling after people being mean to you, dearly. And once you start doing it, of course the doors will open. Of course you will grow, dear Leo. And luckily there are also nice people in this world that help you grow. Let's see who will play a key role in your personal growth. So who will be your people, your helper? Because there are people like that. We should admit. Okay, let's pick up 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. First, people that we call unusual or strange, or people that don't see the world the same as other mortals. And I think that in 2026 you will be naturally drawn to such people. You don't need someone who thinks the same as you do. I mean, what will you learn from such person? You already know that by yourself. So, you will find and you'll be drawn to people that think differently. Then, people who are wise enough and clever enough to stop, to look around, and to analyze things, analyze developments, analyze what is going on. So analytical people will also help you in your personal growth. And here we have Ace of Cups. Of course, love. People filled with love. People that are warm, accepting, open-hearted. People that will always be here for you, always be here to help you. You know those people. So this is pretty much a variety of original people, analytical people, and loving people. Or maybe those are qualities of one person. But knowing how sociable you are, Leo, I would guess few people with few combos of all these 3 qualities, because no one has only one quality. Oh, come on! Savoring pleasure, I fully embrace bliss in my life. Of course, you Leos, all about pleasure, about enjoying life. So people who enjoy life, people who love pleasures just as much as you do. And I believe that those are already around you and you already enjoy their presence and you already enjoy interacting with them, socializing with them. Oh, this is the one. And learning from them. Let's see what it is. Recovery. Okay. I would assume also people you haven't been in touch with. Maybe your relationship wasn't broken, but you were not so much in touch. And expect in 2026 such people to come back to your life and to inspire you and to help your personal growth, dear Leo. And of course, with so many nice people around you, inspiring people around you, your life will become an interesting one and positive and joyous most of the time. So how can you make the joy a daily practice? Yes, why not have joy each and every day, dear Leo? This is what I'm wishing for you in 2026. So before I close the reading, let's find out what can make you the happiest camper in the world. Let's see, dear Leo, how can you make the happiness daily practice? Okay, this is it. We have 3 cards. We have 2 kings and we have 3 of wands. Let's see. First, the intellect, the wise intellectuals around you. Then the fire, the wands. So King of Swords, King of Wands. You tend to be around wise intellectual people and wise hardworking people, meaning entrepreneurial types. And this will lead you to a new path, new direction. So the joy in your everyday life will come from being hardworking on one hand, but also learning new things on the other hand, and finding ways, new ways of doing things, new ways to improve the world, dear Leo. You will find a way to improve the world. You will find a way to make things better around you by hanging around wise people and hardworking people. Maybe by taking those qualities and developing those qualities in yourself, and that will bring you joy. Dwelling in truth. I stand in the light of truth. Couldn't there be, could there be anything better than this? Standing in the light of truth. That will also give you joy in your daily practice, you will tend to have communication with people who are not afraid to speak up. So with open throat chakra, people who are standing in the light and in the truth. And this is actually who you are. You are usually, my dear Leo, the one who is open, the one who wants to share the truth, no matter what the truth is. Because honestly, when you share the truth, you know what you're dealing with. When you meet people who can share the truth, you know who you have in front of you. And if there is a problem, you know how to deal with it. If you have people who are not honest, people who doesn't know how to communicate, then you have a lot of work around them. And you don't want to deal with such people. And that's in order. And also, apart from the light of the truth, the joy will come from your prayer. Your prayers. You will have a light, true, and open intention and wish in 2026, my dear Leo, and that will help you to achieve those nice moments of joy in your daily practices. And with this, I close the reading for 2026 for the most beautiful sound of Leo. And I will see you soon. Ciao! And hello and welcome for the beautiful zodiac sign of Sagittarius. Let's see what will make you shine during 2026. Sagittarius, we know them. These are the entertaining people going out for adventure, people that love fun, people that entertaining everybody. So let's see which adventure will shift your life, dear Sagittarius, during 2026. I will pull 3 cards. And let me tell you this, my dear Sagittarius. I can see that at the beginning of the year there will be some kind of disappointment. Please do not despair, as I'm sure you won't. You don't stay there for a long time. You pretty soon pick up the lesson and you continue in search for fun, in search for adventure. And sure enough, here we have 2 of Cups. This is the card of a couple, the card of exchanging loving energies between partners, which is telling me that you will jump into a romance, into a loving adventure, which is so typically of you, my dear Sagittarius. And I'm happy for you because you will have a good time. You will have unexpected adventure coming right after you have been disappointed. You see how it works. If you just don't pay too much attention, if you don't give so much value to the moment of disappointment, of sadness, the universe can see your energy, can feel your energy, and bring you back on your real path of adventure. I can also see the King of Cups, which is again a confirmation that there is a loving person here. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you, because most of the time this is male. Maybe it's you if it's male, or if you're female, this is a loving person, wise person, artistic, diplomatic, that is close to you, at least in energies right now, and that will be part of your life in 2026. So, to make a long story short, it will be a romantic adventure. It will be a love adventure for you, dear Sagittarius, and it will change your life unexpectedly. Let's see what Gateway Tarot needs to say. Savoring pleasure. I fully embrace bliss in my life, so you will enjoy it. It will be a year to enjoy. And how not to enjoy this beautiful romance with a beautiful person that understands you completely, that can tell you whatever you need to hear or whatever you need to see. Of course, it will be pleasing for you, and you will savor all those pleasure. You will embrace the bliss in your life. And let's be honest, once your romantic life is happy and prospering, then everything seems easier, right? Everything seems better. Not that I'm advocating against being single or being with just anybody, just in order to be with someone. No. I say it's nice to be in a good, loving relationship. So let's see the chakra wisdom oracle cards, what they need to say about your unexpected adventure. Now really. Confusion. Again. I don't know how many times today in today's reading I got this card. There must be a reason for that. I will pick another card. I mean, I know why the confusion is here. I will tell you, but I want another card. And I'm asking this deck to tell me which adventure will shift the life of Sagittarius unexpectedly. Healing the past. I step into my future with strength and clarity. Okay, now I can connect some things. Here we have the moment from the beginning of the year when you got disappointed by some people and you left. Obviously, you will need to heal yourself, and obviously this confusion will come right after this disappointment. And in order to learn your lesson before you jump into an adventure unexpectedly, the cards will advise you to step into your future with strength and clarity. And I will put the focus on clarity, which is opposite of confusion. And that will signify the moment when you need to learn lesson. It's all nice, beautiful and fine to have adventures. But once you have a disappointment, dear Sagittarius, take at least a while. Take a tiny moment to contemplate on what happened to you and why this happened, in order to avoid such disappointments in the future. And I'm sure now that you know this, that you will do that, and you will have various beautiful adventures in 2026. So dear Sagittarius, let's just not jump from adventure to adventure without receiving the blessings and the knowledge that you need. For example, without expanding, growing your heart and your mind as well. So let's ask the tarot, how can you expand your mind, dear Sagittarius? How can Sagittarius expand their mind in 2026? Let's see. I will choose 3 cards. Here we have more about heart than the mind. Obviously, you will need to work more on the heart, and you'll develop your mind as well with the help of the fire. But let's begin with the heart. Here we have 3 of Swords. So here there are 2 possibilities. Either you will learn how it is to be on the crying side, so to say, to be hurt. And if you remember, the previous spread told us that you will leave some situation. So maybe you are the one who is crying. But also, some of you may learn to face the consequences of your actions, so that you can see how the other person feels, so that you can learn a better way of communication on one hand, and maybe treating people in general, so that you avoid in future to put people in that position, to hurt them, to make them sad, without intention. I'm sure, I know you Sagittarius, you don't do that on purpose, you're just reckless, let's say. Some of you, not all of you, but some of you are reckless and you are hurting people without intention and just moving on. And what that will bring you for the future is 3 of Cups. So a lot of positive energy, a lot of possibility for adventure. Yeah. And finally, it will expand your heart in a way that will make you a better person. And how can you, I believe, expand your mind? Here we have Ace of Wands, which is fire, which is more about moving which is connected to adventure and everything, but also is connected with projects, with work, with jobs, which is telling me that probably your mind will expand as well in business environment. So you can expect to expand your mind in business environment, and you can expect to expand your heart in romantic environment. And here we have expecting miracles. Miracles are blossoming in your life. So your life of adventure will bring you miracles. At the end of 2026, you will find yourself going through so much, so many things that you did not expect. So there will be enormous growth during your work and during your romantic relationships. Some moments will maybe hurt you, but those are lessons, and you shouldn't worry, because you will learn the lessons and you will move on. And let's see what Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards has to say. Grief again. So my dear Sagittarius, there will be definitely something at the beginning of 2026 that will expand your heart. You will lose something or someone. You will go through the process of grief, and most probably during those difficult moments, images, pictures and moments of your previous life will come to your head uninvited and help you see how some of your actions affected other people and what happened in their life later on. But these are the lessons that we all need to learn, and they will only help you expand your heart, expand your horizons, and as we saw, you will also expand your mind in 2026. Okay, so as we saw, you will grow in 2026, dear Sagittarius. And as we all know, sometimes when we want to grow, sometimes we need to take risks in each area of our life, be it love, be it money, career. They say if you want to make profit, sometimes you have to take risks. So let's ask Tarot, what risk is worth taking in love or maybe career in 2026 for you, dear Sagittarius? Okay, we have the Hanged Man, we have Princess of Cups and Five of Cups. Sometimes when you really, really, really like something, you should risk being vulnerable. You should risk opening up. Here I see the Princess of Cups. So this is the darling, loving young person that is part of each of us in general. Could be that innocent, inexperienced, because let's face it, I mean, we might be experienced in business or something, or some part of love life, romantic life, but could be totally ignorant in another, right? So this could be any of us, or any of you, dear Sagittarius. So this one, the innocent one, will sometimes risk opening their heart, opening to love, and ending up with the Five of Cups or with disappointment. And that is the best way, and that is the way we should keep it. Being curious, being open, having an open heart, because how can we learn what we have in life? How can we learn that we don't love and appreciate ourselves enough? That we allow people to walk all over us? How can we learn that there are other possibilities? Because just as there was this disappointing moment, there could have been a lot of joy. There could have been a lot of joy. And as a result of that, we're becoming wise. We're changing our views of the world. We can see that the world has something positive, something so-called negative. There is a blessing, there is a lesson. Without lessons, we can't do anything. So, this is a risk worth taking. Being vulnerable, opening our heart, no matter what, because at the end of the day, when we are open, we go into adventure, just like you want to do, dear Sagittarius, and the lessons are there for you as well as for others. So let's see. Gateway Oracle cards. Looking deeper, deep within me is a majestic radiance. Okay. Just as I told you, deep inside you, you know your lessons. And deep inside you, you know that you should listen to your intuition and you should remain open. Because whatever needs to come your way will come your way anyway. So you won't miss it. That's why open your heart, open all your senses, receive whatever comes your way with the same enthusiasm. I know it is easier said than done. You can't be enthusiastic when you're hurt, but you should focus on the lesson and what that lesson will bring you in the future, dear Sagittarius. And shall I tell you what will that lesson bring you in the future? Expansion, growth. You will grow, my dear Sagittarius. You will grow. Stay open. That is the risk worth taking. Being vulnerable, open to whatever comes your way. At times, my dear Sagittarius, we have some, let's call it, beliefs, something we have learned while we were young, while we were inexperienced, didn't understand things, and we didn't understand the situation, event, or whatever happened right. And that's why we have a wrong belief, which is a block in our development. And maybe there are some old beliefs, old blocks that you should release in 2026. So let's ask the tarot, what old beliefs you should release in 2026? Let's go. I will choose 3 cards. Here we have a lot of fire, a lot of work, like I have a feeling, judging by these cards, my dear Sagittarius, that you, or most of you, let's say, need to start first, need to give your best energy. You're the one who says hello first. You're the one who begins things. You are the one who is giving their all for making the day bright. And that's very nice and very admirable. But I can also see another thing. 2 of Wands. So not only first, but you push it even further. You get another project. You're starting something else first. You're juggling things. You're giving so much energy. And what happens at the end of the day? You end up depleted. You end up depleted, dear Sagittarius. So you should learn to balance, to let other people also move a little bit. You see, you have the Temperance. You should go a bit slower, maybe not too much, but do not juggle for too long too many things, because that affects your health at the end. You know, at the end you have problems. So that is why one of the old beliefs that you should release is that you should do it all, that you should begin it all, that you should give the most energy just because you have. Well, trust me, everybody else has the same amount of energy. They should just be more enthusiastic. So give up doing it all for everyone, dear Sagittarius. And let's see what the Gateway Oracle card says. Proceeding softly, my inner power grows in moments of quietude. Exactly that. Work on your spirituality. Work on your spirituality. So give up being too much active, too much everywhere. too much entertainer, too much giver. Aim for the balance. And how will you reach that balance? By taking some quiet time for yourself. When you can rest, when you can calm your body, when you can listen to your intuition, so that you know exactly which old belief is wrong and which old belief you should forget about. Delete the story and create across all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities, my dear Sagittarius. Now let's ask the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards what they need to say here about the old beliefs that you need to release. And here again we have balance. You see the image? There will always be some people that maybe are lazy or unsatisfied, or think that they should remain calm and let you do all the work. But as we said, you should aim for balance, dear Sagittarius. Balance and meditation to find out the right old beliefs that are blocking your prosperity in 2026. And once you release enough blocks, enough old beliefs, you will gain more freedom, my dear Sagittarius. So, of course, there are different ways to gain that true freedom that you love so much, dear Sagittarius. So let's ask the Tarot, how will you create those moments of true freedom? How will Sagittarius create those moments of true freedom? I will choose 3 cards. True freedom. First, I'm getting that, I'm sure you already do this, I'm getting that you should connect with nature, because each life, yours as well, has cycles, and we exchange energy with Mother Earth, and the more we do it, the better our life becomes. So connect to the Earth cycles. You will start new cycles and old cycles. So expect in 2026 some things that are not useful for you to be finished, and other things that are good for you right now to enter your life. And in those moments of relaxed changing in your life, of accepting the changes, you will reach that feeling of true freedom that you appreciate so much. Otherwise, if you continue with just party after adventure after adventure, not learning anything, not connecting with the environment on energetic level, you will keep wasting your energy. 7 of Cups, anywhere, for everyone, everywhere. So become aware of the cycles in your life in order to get and create those moments of true freedom. Let's ask the Gateway Oracle cards what they need to say about those precious moments of true freedom. Cultivating prosperity. The abundance of the universe is pouring into your life. You see, once you allow yourself to grow in each area of your life, prosperity becomes part of your life. Especially in 2026, you can expect to grow, and you can also expect those moments of true freedom that prosperity brings with yourself, brings to you. You know, once you're prosperous, you're stronger, and you are in position to organize your life with more freedom. And that is really brilliant, my dear Sagittarius. And let's see one more card before we close the reading. And let's ask about your true freedom. Let's ask, how will you create those moments of true freedom? Let's see. And here we have the card of destiny. It's your destiny. So my advice to you, dear Sagittarius, while you're jumping from adventure to adventure, to open your eyes and to have an adventure with real people, so that you don't feel sorry later on when things go south. Now let's see, how will you create the moments of true freedom? Perception. So let's say in this case, perception. Your perception should be, some people can't have children. Some people would give everything, just everything, to be in your position. And while you might see the situation you're in as destiny, as something you should put up with, maybe the moments of true freedom are those moments when you realize that whatever it is that you have is a blessing. Is a blessing. It's truly something that your soul needs. And with this, I close the reading for the beautiful zodiac sign of Sagittarius. 2026 is full of surprises, growth and magic. You only need to stop for a while, observe, and decide how you want to step into it. And take this guidance as your personal angel guiding you on the best path through shiny and beautiful 2026. Did any of the cards got your attention? Leave me a message and I might decide to give you a personal reading, something that is especially for you, totally free of charge. And please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for all those nice personal reading, interesting reading for a shiny 2026.